Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Grace. We've got a little mat Pilates class today. Keeping things pretty classical, so no equipment, just yourself and a mat or an area to move, and we'll get started. So make your way to stand. You're gonna come to the back end of your mat, and we'll just start with taking 3 rolls of the shoulders back. One more time, and then reverse it for 3. 2, 1 more, and then lift the shoulders straight up to the ears and glide them down the back. Again, feel the crown of the head grow taller as the shoulder blades drop. Just one more time. And then the next time your shoulders lift, you're gonna do the same with the toes. So toes and shoulders are up, and then exhale to glide them down. We lift and reach, and exhale, lower. Just 2 more times. Getting the body centered. Last time, lower to stay. Inhale, take a plie, little bend at the knees, and then exhale to press and lift. Inhale, bend, and exhale, press. You're here for 2. On 1, take that plie to stay, and then pulse the hips down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift everything up. Press the hands down by the sides. Take a plie to stay, and then add a rotation of the chest to the left. Exhale as you come through center. Over to the right. Exhale, center. You're here for 1 more time each side. And then as you come through center, lift everything up. Lengthen and contract to roll all the way down into your forward fold. Once you get there, just give a little nod of the head, yes, a shake, no. The crown of the head is reaching towards the floor, and you pulse the spine down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down in the forward fold. Just take a little bend at the knees, and then straighten the knees back out. Inhale to bend, and exhale, straighten. I want the scoop of the belly to be what is allowing the legs to lengthen back out. Last 2 times. And 1 final time. Straighten the legs. You're finding that root down through the feet and unraveling yourself as you come all the way up to stand. Big exhale at the top. Take a wave up to stay. Find your turned out first position. So heels together, toes apart, feet are in a V. You're pulling the midline together and then pushing the hips to the right. Exhale, center, reach up and over to the left. Through center. 1 more time each side. And then as you come through center, same thing, contract to roll all the way down into that forward fold. Pulse the head down for 6, 5, 4. That pulse comes from the belly for 2, 1. Stay down in the forward fold, bend the knees, and then exhale. Hips scoop up to pull the legs together. Inhale, bend, and exhale, scoop. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Last time. Straighten the legs to stay. Bring them back parallel, and then just walk yourself out into your up stretch or your downward dog. Your fingertips are spread wide. The weight is out of your wrists. Inhale, lift the heels up, and exhale, lower. Inhale to lift and lower. And rather than shifting the weight forward into the wrists, I want you to think about just lifting the hips higher, deepening the hip folds. Last 2. 1 more time. Lift the heels to stay. Shift forward to your high plank, and then lower the knees down. Untuck the toes. We're gonna sit back on the heels for a moment. Just take a little love for the wrists. So hands are down by the side. Reach the fingertips behind you, and then lead with the wrists as you come up, and then flex to paint the palms down. We're just gonna do that 2 more times. Lifting up to stay. This time, roll the wrists as you wave the hands down. You're gonna sit off to one hip, pressing the feet down into the floor. Your knees are bent. Grab a hold of the shins. Give yourself a little tug. See if you can get any higher on the sit bones. And then exhale, you're finding a pelvic curl. Inhale, lift back up, sit tall. Exhale, curl back. So chest stays open this entire time. You're really just trying to isolate the low back here. And the sensation is the sit bones squeezing together so that you can roll onto the back of them. We'll do it one more time. Big exhale. Hold that pelvic curl. Reach the hands out in front of you, and then slowly with control, roll yourself all the way down onto the mat. Hands can land down by the sides. You're gonna bring the knees in and up to 90-90, so in tabletop. Reach the hands up to the sky. Big exhale, curl forward. Inhale to lower and lengthen. Exhale, curl up. You're here for a few, so find the sink of the low belly as you contract the upper abdominals together. Last two. One more time. Take that contraction up to stay. We're coming into a double breath 100. So inhale, exhale. Send the feet to the sky. Lower to a high diagonal. Lower one more third of the way. 3 sets here. Final 2. One more time, and then you lower to your last third as low as you can go for 4. 3. Last 2. Final set, you've got it. Hold it steady, lift the arms, lower everything down, deep breath, let it go. Let the ribs flare, the belly release. And then we're coming right into our roll up. So keep the legs long, flex your feet, lift the hands up to the sky. Your legs are pulled together. We exhale, curl up, and then take that curl all the way up over for your roll up. Once you're there, pulse forward for 4, 3, 2, 1. You point the feet and then take that midline. Can you get longer as you roll out your spine all the way back down? Again, lift the hands and flex the feet. Exhale, curl up. Take a full breath to come over to pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the feet, and then longer as you squeeze the sit bones together. Roll, roll, roll all the way down. You've got 2 more here. Lift, flex. Exhale, up over. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the feet, roll it out. All the way back down. Last time, lift, flex, curl up. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and then point the feet. You're rolling it out as slow as you can go. Find that articulation. All the way back down. Now just lift the hands up to the sky and press them down by your sides. We'll do that again. Big wave up. Exhale, press down. Last time, just resetting the shoulders. And then lower down to stay. You're finding the collarbones wide, so pull the chest open, backs of the arms active into the mat. Bend the knees in, and then send the feet up to the sky. We're gonna point and flex. So point the feet up, and then exhale as you reach the toes. So flex back and point. And you're finding articulation in this as well. So as you point the feet up, the balls of the feet lead the way, and then the toes follow. Then the toes flex, and then the ankles. You've got it for one more time. And then point the feet to stay. We're coming into rollover. So you're using all those low abdominal muscles to carry the legs all the way up over. We'll come parallel. Separate the legs to a narrow V, flex the feet, and then with control, you roll back down. Tailbone will reach, and then you point the feet to bring the legs back together. Same thing, take it up over. Separate to flex, and then roll out that C-curve spine, articulation to point, together, Last time in this direction. Roll it out. Point the feet, legs together, and then we separate. Hold the V as you take that up over, legs together, then flex. Then drive through the bottoms of the feet as you roll it out. Point the feet, separate, full breath. Legs together, flex, drive through the bottoms to roll it out. You've got one more time here. Point the feet, separate. V comes over, together, flex, roll it all the way back down. Once the tailbone reaches, point and flex just for 2. One last time. Point the feet to stay, and then with control, only as long as you can keep it in the core, you lower your legs all the way down. You may need to bend the knees to plant the feet, and then slide your legs out long. We're gonna come into single leg circles. So let's reset the shoulders. We reach up and exhale, press the hands down. One more time, big reach, and then press down to stay. Somewhere between a V and a T with the arms. We want some more surface area. So you're bringing only the right knee in and extending the right foot up, and then lower all the way down. Left knee bends, point to passe. Extend and lower. We'll do one more time each side. We go right, point, lower. Last time on the left, point to lower. Now bring the right knee in, extend it up to stay. Keep the toes pointed, pulse the leg for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the feet to pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause to point the feet. Scissor switch the legs. You pulse the left for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex, pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the feet, scissor switch. Now starting with really small circles, size of a basketball, you cross over the midline and exhale as the foot comes up. We go over, down, exhale, pause for 3, 2, 1 more time. And then reverse that circle. You're lengthening out of the hip. Last 3, 2, 1 more time. At the top, pause. Scissor switch. Small circles on the left. We go over, down, up, exhale. Pelvis is steady. Last 2 in this direction. 1 more time. And then reverse that circle for 5. Use the breath. It helps connect to the core. Last 3, 2, 1 more time. At the top, pause. You scissor switch. Now, larger circles, only as big as you can keep the pelvis anchored. Maybe it's the same size as before. Wherever you're at today, you're here for 3 more. Last 2. 1 more time. Reverse that circle. You've got 5 in the other direction. 4. You're stirring the femur. Last 2. 1 more time. At the top, you know the deal. Pause. Scissor switch. Over the midline. Big exhale. Leg comes up. 3. Last 2. Shoulders are open. 1 more time. Reverse for 5. 4. Keep pressing that bottom leg to the floor. Last 2. 1 more time. At the top, pause. Bring the right leg up to meet the left. Glue your midline together, and then just 2 point and flexes. Last time. And then bring the knees into the chest. Just give them a little hug. A sacrum circle in one direction, the other, and send the legs long onto the mat. We're using our roll up to come up. So flex the feet, lift the hands. Exhale, curl. Take it up over. Pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then roll up to stack the spine. You're bringing yourself closer to your heels. So Knees will bend, and we're setting up for rolling like a ball. So feet are together, knees are apart. The oppositional action is legs pressing against the arms and arms pulling in. And then the other energy circle is the circle from the head to the toes. So find your opposition, balance between the sit bones and tailbone. Your feet are hovering off of the mat. Gaze comes down towards the pelvis. You inhale to roll back and exhale, bring it up. Inhale back, exhale up. Keep the focus down. We're not changing the shape. And if you're looking for a challenge this morning, you're finding a release of the hands forward. Don't let the arms fall away from the knees. Exhale, bring it up. Last two. One more time. Come all the way up, pause. Don't lose that balance. You're transitioning the hands onto the right shin. Extend the left leg. Roll back to your upper contraction. Right shin should be parallel to the floor, and then scissor switch. Don't scissor switch, just switch sides. Big exhale. We're not at our scissors yet. Elbows are wide. And at any point through the stomach series, you always have the option to lower the head to the floor. If it's off, eyes to thighs the whole time. Last set on each side. Both knees come into the chest. Inhale, arms and legs extend. Exhale to pull the knees in. We inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. As you reach, don't look up. Keep the contraction in that upper abdominal for two. Last time, knees to chest. Extend one leg up to the sky, the other out towards the floor, hovering. And now we scissor switch. Upper body is steady. Last two. One more time. Both legs come up to stay. Glue your legs together, point the feet. Hands come behind the head. Can you sit up 1 inch higher off the shoulder blades? Flex the feet as you lower to the diagonal, and then point the feet as you lift up. We flex. Exhale, point up. Last three. Try to keep that articulation in the toes for two. Last time. And then pause to bend the knees into tabletop. You're coming into crisscross. We exhale, rotate. Other side. Chest stays open. And remember, you're bringing the armpit up towards the knee, not the knee into the armpit. So try not to bring it past that hip field, hip plane. One more time each side. And then you bring both knees into the chest. Let the head release. Big breath. Let it go. And then rock and roll yourself up to seated. You're scooching yourself back a little bit so that we can stay on the mat. Coming into spine stretch, your legs are long out in front of you. Now I'm going to give you some options. This is really hard on my hips. I've got tight hips, so I like to bring legs into a diamond. We're not just letting the legs fall. They're active. They're still having that energetic pull through the midline. Same setup, arms are out on that shelf. Inhale, can you get any taller? And then exhale, crown of the head leads the way as you roll yourself over the legs. And then roll yourself all the way back up to start. Inhale, taller. Exhale, roll forward. Full breath. Roll it back up. Again. Last two here. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Last time. As deep as you can get in the belly, and then roll it all the way back up to start. If your legs aren't in a diamond, bring them there now. Scoot yourself a little bit closer. We're finding that same balance between the sit bones and tailbone that we did for rolling like a ball. Into corkscrew prep, grab onto the tops of the ankles, reach the left leg out, exhale, pull the left leg in, inhale to the right. Exhale, pull. Now see if you can hit a double. And exhale, pull. We'll start with the right. And pull to the left. Belly's pulling away from the thighs here. We go left, in, right. In, hit that double. You've got one last time, starting on the right, to the left. And then hold that double leg extension. Legs are in a V. Pull the V together. Inhale, open. Can you scoop the belly just a little bit deeper? Last 3, 2, on 1, legs pull together, and then open, feel that length across the shins coming into open leg rocker, roll it back, gaze stays down. Don't look up, you'll hit your head. You're here for 3. Exhales help you find the balance. Last 2. 1 final time. As you come up, hold it, bring the legs together to stay, and then keep your legs up as you roll yourself down. Arms are up. Broaden the collarbones. Press the hands out to a T. Legs are still together. Midline is strong. Tilt the legs to the left. Exhale. Pull the legs through center. Inhale to the right. And center. One hip is lifting off, and you're using the obliques to pull you back. The slower you go, the more challenging it becomes, and the more you're going to need the breath, so you better be breathing with me. We'll go one more time each side, and then we're coming into our next version of corkscrew. Come all the way through center. Lift the arms up, reset the shoulders. Exhale, press out to that T. Open the collarbones. We tilt over to the left. Circle the legs down. Exhale up the right side. And then we reverse. Go to the right. Big inhale. Exhale as you come up the left. Again to the left. Hip lifts. You circle the sacrum and then come up the right. One last time, heading to the right. Big exhale. Come all the way up. And then bend the knees to tabletop. Hold it here. Reach the arms up overhead. And then we're coming into teaser. So big exhale, curl yourself up. Try to find it. And then extend the legs out. And teaser yourself all the way back down. Beautiful job, guys. You're going to roll right over onto your stomach. We're coming into swan next. So I'm going to have to adjust my mic. So for swan setup, your legs are long back behind you. Tops of the feet are pressing into the floor. Your hands are down, kind of in line with the shoulders, just above, but your elbows are pretty close to the ribs. Forehead is down on the mat. Don't worry, I'll cue you through everything. So press the pelvis down into the floor. Notice how the low back gets longer when we do that. Lift the abdominal wall. It's light on the floor beneath you. Now, just starting in baby swan, we lift the head, neck, and heart forward. And then exhale, lower back down. We'll do that a few times. We lift up and exhale, lower. Now the goal isn't to crank the neck up. We want to keep the wrinkles out of the back of the neck and the heart pulling forward. Keep pressing the pelvis down into the floor. Last 2 times. On 1, take baby swan to stay, and then press into your palms to come all the way up, and a long exhale to lower. We're coming right into full swan. Lift it up, big inhale, and exhale, lower. Last time. And exhale all the way back down. Beautiful. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back into rest position. Deep in the hollow of the belly. 1 deep breath. And then shift yourself back forward. So we're coming into single leg kick next. Elbows come right underneath the shoulders. Legs are still long back behind you. You're giving yourself a little tug. Now, the tendency is to drop into the low back. I want you to still press the pelvis down into the floor and feel how that lengthens the low back. So again, not cranking the neck up. We want a long spine. And then we just start. So start with the right leg. We flex, point, and then lower the leg down. Left leg goes, we flex, point, lower, go right, point, lower on the left, point, lower, 2 more times. Last set on each side. Beautiful. Lower all the way down onto your right cheek. So double leg kick here. Hands are coming on top of the back. One palm on top of the other. Your right cheek is down on the floor. So take a big inhale. Reach the hands towards the heels. Pull the heart forward. As you lower onto the left cheek, heels come in to kick, 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 and then same thing, we reach for the heels, and then bring it back for kick, 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 reach up, exhale, and lower, 2, 3, last time, exhale, lower, 2, 3, now reach up, heart pulls forward. Circle the hands to bring them underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back into rest position. One more deep breath in your child's or rest position. And then roll yourself up to sit tall. We're coming into pelvic press next. So swing the legs around. And of course, we can make the transition fun. So feet are planted, hands are on the shins. We did this at the beginning of class. Give yourself a little tug, get high on the sit bones, and then release the hands forward. Exhale, squeeze the sit bones together, find the pelvic curl, and then inhale, lift back up. We'll do that just for 3 more. Big exhale, curl. Last 2. Check in with the shoulders, keep pulling them open. One more time, hold it here. We're adding an arm lift and lower, and then take it all the way back up. Again, curl back. Lift, lower, and come up. Last 2. On 1, hold it. You're working just the arms. We go up and down. For 3, 2, scoop the belly one last time, hands forward, and then with control, you lay yourself all the way back down. Hands land down by the sides. Bring the heels a little bit closer in towards the glutes, and let's reset the shoulders. So reach the hands up, and then exhale, press them down by your sides. Backs of the arms active into the floor. We're just gonna start with a pelvic curl. So lengthen the spine across the mat, take a deep breath. And then use your next exhale to curl the pelvis, and then inhale to release. So it's a really small movement. Big exhale, curl. Hips are gonna stay down on the floor. You're just finding that articulation in the low back. You're here for 3. And notice how complete exhalations allow you to connect to the lowest part of your abdominals. On your next pelvic curl, hold that, and then peel your hips bone by bone all the way up into your pelvic press. Once you get there, I want you to feel the energy out through the kneecaps. Maintain the tuck of your tailbone as you roll yourself, melting all the way back down. Big exhale, curl, and then peel. Energy through the knees, and then melt it down. Notice how when you maintain the tuck of the tailbone, especially on the way down, you can get that little bit more space between the low vertebrae. One more time, curling all the way up into the pelvic press, and then melt it down. We're gonna come into our next version. So bring the feet together this time. So inner sides of the foot should be aligned. If this becomes too much for the knees or the back, you can always bring it back to that little separation. Same pelvic curl to initiate, and then peel the hips up, and then melt it back down. Throat and neck should be staying open and long. You've got 3 more here. Taking inventory as well. If you feel like there are chunks of your spine that are more difficult to articulate, I want you to take the deepest breath into that part of the back body. And then last time, curl up into your bridge to stay. Keep the hips lifted. You've got bolts connecting your kneecaps. Extend the right leg out. Lift it up. Flex the foot to lower. Point the foot to lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, point. Last 2 times, pelvis is squared to the ceiling. Last time we point up. Bring it knee to knee, bolt, and then bring the foot down. Roll all the way down from your bridge. And then peel the hips right back up. We've got the other side. Bolt the knees, extend left, we go up, flex lower, point, lower for 2. Last time. And then we point to bolt the knees and then melt upper back, middle back, low back, all the way down. Now, coming into teaser, you're extending your legs long on the mat. Reach the hands up overhead. You can either keep the legs long here or bring them into tabletop. Whatever you choose, find length in the side seams, but pull the shoulders away from the ears. Take a big sweep of the arms. Exhale, hover the legs, curl up. And then use your full breath to lay yourself all the way back down. Again, big sweep of the arms, hover the legs, curl up. And then roll it right back down. You've got 2 more. Last time, best teaser of the day. Hold it for 1 deep breath in, deep breath out. And then lower yourself all the way back down. You're gonna roll right over onto your belly. We're coming into swimming. So this setup, you can have a little bit of distance between the legs, maybe about hip width distance apart, and your arms are long out in front of you. Forehead is down towards the floor. And again, don't worry, I'll cue you through all of it. So just to start, we're gonna hover the left leg off of the floor. And then exhale, lower. Right leg is gonna follow. We hover and lower. And it's not so much a lift straight up as it is a reach out to lift up. So energy's out through the toes. 1 more time. And then lower down. Now the next time you lift your left leg up, hold it. Reach the right arm out in opposition. So opposite arm and leg, and then lower. We're gonna go other side. Left arm, right leg. And exhale, lower. Head will lift a little bit, just to follow the natural curve of the spine. 1 more time each side, reaching out and lower, last time and lower. Now lift all 4 limbs up and exhale, lower. We're gonna do that 3 more. Big reach and lower. Last 2. 1 more time, hold that lift, and we swim for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1 pause, reach further and lower all the way down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back to rest or child's pose. You've got a deep breath here. Reach the fingertips 1 inch further away. And then roll yourself into quadruped or tabletop position. We've got 1 last little piece today. It wouldn't be a class with me if we didn't do push-ups. So step 1 foot back, the other foot follows. You're in your high plank. Pike the hips back. Lift and lower your heels just for 3, 2, 1 more time. And then walk your hands back to your feet. You're in your forward fold. If your feet have fallen apart, walk them back together. They're in parallel. Root down through the feet to unravel as you come all the way back up to stand. Inhale, big wave up. Exhale, contract, roll down. Walk yourself back out into upstretch or downward dog. Lift and lower your heels for just 3, 2, last time. And then lift the heels to stay, shift forward. You're either on the toes or on the knees for 5 push-ups. We inhale down and press. Last 3, final 2. Ooh, one more time, best push-up of the day, and then pike the hips. Walk your hands back. Find your forward fold. Head is heavy, pulse the spine down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down in your forward fold. Take that bend at the knees, and then scoop the hips up to straighten. Big exhale. Last 3. Reach the sit bones up to the sky for 2. Last time, straighten the legs to stay. Can you sink 1 inch deeper in that forward fold? And then root down to rise all the way back up to stand. Big exhale as you reach the top. We're gonna take 3 rolls back. 2. 1 last time, and then reverse for 3. 2. Last time. Toes and shoulders lift up and exhale, lower. Last 2. Final time. Take a big wave up to stay. Find your turned out first. Pull the legs together, push the hips to the right. Come through center to the left. We'll do 1 more time each side. And then as you come through center, feet go back parallel, flip the palms to press down. We'll finish it all off with 3 big waves up. Last deep breath in, and exhale, lower all the way down. Thank you so much for class, guys. I'm so glad we could move together, and I will see you next time.